Melee, but again. Thank you, I know, thank you very much. Thank you. I couldn't do it without you. Melee in 2022 had some incredible moments, but that's done and behind us now.
We crave more.
So, what's next for Melee and the storylines going into 2023, and obviously by extension, Genesis 9. It's the start of a new year, but we all have Redemption Rumble still sitting in the back of our heads. I mean, how couldn't we? Aklo won Grand Finals with Link of all characters, as well as beating Ibdw. Aklo has just jumped to the forefront of all of our minds at the start of this year. And in case you hadn't been paying attention, Aklo had an extremely solid year last year, so this isn't even a crazy out of left field performance for them. So if Redemption Rumble was any indicator, then I would keep your eye on the young Link. Big Link. Missing Link? Monsters vs Aliens? This is a metaphor now. The monsters are the spacey players, and the aliens are floaties, because they aren't real. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to talk about Falco now again for this long. Still on Redemption Rumble, Magi beat Zain twice. More people should be talking about this. Sure, Zain was drinking, but you try beating Zain while drunk. Good fucking luck. Magi is such a cool Falco to watch, and probably my second favourite of all time. And after this performance, my and many others' hopes are high to see her bird take to the skies this year. Next, Falco. I don't think Fiction will ever not be on my to-watch list. The dude is a grinder. Man literally got people to punch him in the stomach at Melee tournaments to be ready for his boxing match. And while his Falco is almost the polar opposite to Magi's, I'm still really interested to see what progress he makes this year, as last year was so good for him. Year of the Bird, baby. It's our year. I believe. And lastly, you didn't skip out on the Falco talk, right? Good, I won't be needing this then. Lastly, Joshman. If we're talking about grinders, this man is willing to move to the US just to chase his dreams. And we all know I'm a sucker for that. If you weren't aware, Joshman is in the process of obtaining a visa to be able to live in the US, so I'm very excited to see more international rep, and see a player with the personality and charisma of Joshman rise to higher heights. And if not, damn, I just want to see more of the funny Australian man at my events, because he makes me smile. But no one else makes me smile? Please, my family is starving. But for real, what makes me smile is Melee in Europe. Sometimes. But if you're sleeping on Europe this year, oh boy, you're stupid. Look at you, you big, dumb, blubbery, worthless piece of Let me hit you with it. Frenzy, Pipsqueak, Leffen, hopefully, Kingu. Actually, sorry, you aren't ready for that one. Frenzy, on his eternal grind to eventually not lose to the guy who owns a wedding business, is always on my radar for obvious reasons. And as with every year, look out for him when he comes to America. I don't know, maybe a certain event? Pipsqueak had a cracking year last year, and despite being on everyone's nightmare blunt rotations, managed to pull out some amazing wins on Mango and Hungrybox. So I'm sure that Pip will only have a greater year ahead of him. But if you want to know more about them, maybe check out a certain video. Leffen, despite what my comment section might have you believe, I love this guy. For some reason. And I hope to God we get to see more of him this year. I was so excited last year when he started off with an insanely strong win. But then he kind of petered out into a smaller left than we've seen in a while. But keep your eye on left, because if he gets his grind on, which, then I'm sure we'll see some incredible Melee. Can you edit me descending from the heavens? Thanks. The Pantheon. Or, those guys who are pretty good at a video game that I like. You know who it is. Amsa, Mango, Hungrybox, Ibdw, and the big man himself, Tony Bomboni from the fields of Wiltshire. This year, I'm sure we're all hoping for a continuation of last year's extremely close battle for the top of the rankings that's going to kick off at Genesis. Last year, we saw Zain take the tournament, but honestly, I don't know what to expect going into this one. And honestly, I wouldn't be shocked if that uncertainty continues. I think that players like Hbox are obviously only going to get stronger. Amsa's clearly on a rampage that cannot be stopped. Mango is Mango, and Ibdw can hopefully catch a damn break this year. Oh, and Zain is Zain, bro. What do you want me to say? The man's consistency personified. Did you not watch the video? You didn't watch the video, did you? Go and watch it, go watch the video, and then talk to me. Actually, don't yet, because I still have one more thing I want to talk about. Because hopefully, there'll be one more player in the mix this year for that #1 spot.
comeback from Jmook!
Unbelievable!
That was a 3-stock to 1 comeback.
Jmook, my beloved. Everyone loves him. I mean, how couldn't you? And going into Genesis, specifically, I think Jmook is probably one of the most eyes on him. As Genesis was his starting point last year, it was what propelled him into the world of top-level melee that he's never left. And honestly, I'm sure we all want to see Jmook get his first big win. He has shown the potential for it again and again, but always just seems to fall short at that final hurdle. But I think once he's able to crack that block that's stopping him, he'll be a formidable force, and our top 5 will once again turn to a top 6, 7, 8? God, maybe Plup will come back again. Does anyone talk about Plup anymore? Well, thanks for watching. Let me know who you're looking out for in 2023. What storylines didn't I talk about? Let me know in the comments. Like the vid and all that junk. If you like this, go check out my recap of last year to get up to date. I'll just wait here while you do. Man, people really don't talk about Plup anymore, huh?